I have 5 minutes where I'm going to share a little bit of something that I think can be of interest to all of you. And what I'm going to talk about is acquisitions. And I'm going to talk about acquisitions in a way that's not often spoken about. And that is actually how your quality management system in a medtech startup can affect that acquisition. And let me expand on that. So during an acquisition scenario, you have the acquiring company to come in and do their due diligence. And of course, they're going to check everything with your business, your finances, and your IP, and so on and so forth. But what they are going to do too is audit your QMS. And what they're looking for are things like, are there gaps in your documentation around the product, manufacturing process, and so on and so forth. But what they're also going to do is to ensure that your QMS is in good order. And we look for different things in terms of how all that is put in place. Another thing they're going to look at is how can we transfer this into the bigger organization? So what is that pathway from the startup into the acquiring company? And this is where it happens that acquisitions actually fall apart. And this is what's not that often talked about, that acquirers actually walk away because this is too messy and there's too much risk. So for you to avoid that and set yourself up for success, you need a reliable QMS from a solid provider. And that's where we come in. We're Veeva Systems. We're the world's largest provider of cloud-based solutions for the life sciences industry. Our customers, where we have about 1,400, if we look specifically in the medtech space, 19 out of the 20 largest companies are using our products. So if you think it from an acquisition perspective, it's very, very likely that your future acquirer is using Veeva's products. So going back to the slide where I talked about how can we bring this QMS from the startup into the larger organization, using what your acquirers use is a good option for that. So then what do we have for companies like you? Well, meet QuickVault, a purpose-built eQMS solution for smaller medtech companies. Like you would expect for any eQMS, we have the standard functionality around documents, change control, training, and quality events such as CAPAs, NCRs, and complaints, but also just about to release full automation around design controls, including design reviews. We have coupled that with a very, very robust risk management suite, and then tying all that together with supplier management as well. Additional differentiation to our competition includes that we are 100% out of box, and we can be that because we do all the validation on our end, whether it's upon the first implementation of the software or for future changes, we do all of that on our end. We also offer a monthly subscription model, so no need to be tied up in multi-year agreements. And also we have credit card payments for smaller startups to help them manage cash flow if that's helpful for them. And lastly, here at the bottom, I think is the most important when it comes to what I'm talking about to set you up for that future success. As a QuickVault customer, you get a full QMS template package, all the procedures, work instructions, policies, and things of that nature to create that really industry best practices QMS to set you up for that future success. And if you buy something like this from a third party, it's typically about a $10,000 value for that. So since we are 100% out of the box, we can get you up and running in the same day. So if you want to go live here during LSI, we can make that happen. And since we're that easy, we sometimes brand ourselves as the easy button for eQMS solutions. Also, when it comes to some differentiation, that is around the transparency around pricing. So we're very upfront. Here's our startup package. Up to 5 users is $1,000 per month. And since we don't have any implementation or anything of that nature, it's no other fees whatsoever. Right now at LSI, we offer a 50% off, so you can get QuickVault for $500 a month up through August 1st this year. If this sounds interesting to you, you can walk out that door and meet us at booth number 13. There you can learn more about QuickVault and Veeva, and you can also sign up for one of our many demos that we have per day. If you do that, you might be eligible to get one of these guys, an easy button that you can bring home to your family. Lastly, to wrap this up, check us out on our website, quickvault.veeva.com. You can learn more about the product. Also book a demo, but what I do wanted to point out is our resource tab up here that's circled in red. A lot of good educational content, and one of those is a resource to the blog post that talks specifically how to approach your selection of a QMS and eQMS to kind of look at that with that strategic lens to really set you up for that future success when it comes to your acquisition. That's all I had, so thanks for listening.